All right, it's about 1 in the morning. Got a couple updates here. Clutch cable we got on, that's pretty easy. Still trying to figure out kind of what to do with the electrical, what I want to do with it. I don't love all the Walsh kit stuff. I need to find where this wire goes. I seem to be missing where that goes. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So clutch is on, all the buttons are on, start button's on, battery is in. I love this piece. It's one of my favorite pieces from the box. It's very clean looking. So that's pretty slick. We did get the exhaust on. The Dasa head pipe fits beautifully. It makes the rest of my pipe look janky, but whatever. I also need to repack my muffler. I got some packing over there too with the head pipe that came. So the clearance is non-existent, but what do you expect when you get a big head pipe? I might need to trim down this mount, just flatten that out instead of it kind of overlapping, because it would fit the pipe better. And it's not all tightened down yet. Maybe I'll get some clearance out of it, but it kind of sits on top of the motor too, but it should be fine. I'm not too worried about it. The coolant hose, I have no idea where Walsh wants you to put this, I guess. Maybe under and then up, or over and through. I don't really know what they want you to do, but whatever. They just kind of let you do your own thing. So I might call JB about that and see what they can do. As we progress, maybe I'll tweak the kit as it goes on. I'd love to wire up the fan, but again, with the Walsh kit, they don't really leave you much room for a fan. So it should be fine, because dirt bike motors are meant to, you know, have less radiator space than a big quad and more frontal area. So we'll see how that goes. Throttle body is on. Looks pretty slick. We're just waiting on our intake. It's going to be super tight to fit with the seat, even though these seat mounts are all the way up, not all the way down. So we'll see how that fits with the tank. We'll do a test fit, taking in the tank tomorrow to get cut and welded for the fuel pump. Then tomorrow we can pull the fuel pump, drain that tank, and then hopefully get it back in time for the dunes. Aiming to go this weekend with this thing and kind of test it out. Probably have to tweak with some gearing. Talked with a gentleman tonight, and he said we might need to tweak at the front end about the caster, because this motor is so much more rearward than a TRX. But other than that, yeah, I'm really excited. It's going really well, and we'll keep you updated. Just keep going. Thanks. All right, if you ever wondered if you can run your TRX intake on your hybrid, the answer is no. Here is the Vision V3 air intake. Lots of clearance over the frame, but with the downdraft intake, that's the seat mount. You're sitting on the filter. That's a big Racer's Edge S&B 8-ply filter. Carbon intake tube. Looks bitchin', but yeah, it's just, it's not gonna work. So that's fine. I mean, you know, look, it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, so I think we're done for the night. I wanted to fire it up, but I don't have the throttle attached, and I don't have a filter. But I believe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, I'll have the LTR filter and another filter. I did find out this goes to the tank, bottom of the tank, and then this fuel hose goes to it too. We're probably gonna have to lengthen the fuel hose just to line up with the tank. We'll see where it falls. And then I also need to make sure that I take this tank with me tomorrow. So I'm gonna put it in my way, so I cannot miss it. Because I need to take that so that I can stay on track. We do need to finish up the bottom engine mount, but it's only Monday night, so we should have plenty of time to do that. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have gotten some information from this, maybe your own hybrid build, maybe not, I don't know, but it's been fun so far. Just the wiring is what we need to figure out. I did wire, and I might change this, but the ECU to actually the mount where the seat latch goes, which is kind of cool. It actually fits up nicely there, misses there. So we'll see if that works. If not, you know, we can move it, but I didn't really love the Walsh style area right here. I kind of wanted to keep this clean. Still trying to figure out what to do with whatever this is, the stator, whatever that thing's called. So maybe we can mount it somewhere else or hang a bolt or pin off one of these things or something. But I would like to keep that area a little bit more uncluttered. Mess of wires up here by the throttle body, but that shouldn't be bad because it's all under the tank and under the seat. And then this thing up here, I don't know what the JB kit does, but I'm gonna look into it because I'm not in love with the Walsh. But look, it is what it is, so. Good night, YouTube, thanks. All right, update on the bike. Today, what we had to do, we had to go to Ace. We had to get a new bolt, the shiny thing here. So basically, if you can see, you can't use the stock bolts. It is long enough, but it doesn't thread in. So what you need is you need an M10 by 1.25. And basically it's similar to the swing arm bolt, but it's shorter. So you also have to drill out the Walsh kit, the little bracket thing. I think it's somewhere here. So when they do the powder coating, it kind of gums it up. So you have to drill this side out. So the bolt can slide through and then it threads into this side. And then you need to get two M10 by 1.25 bolts to bolt from the frame into this part. So you do need to buy some hardware. We did also go get a little T connector. Looks super ghetto. And I'm sure I'll make it better, but maybe if we paint that black, nobody would notice. I'm hoping it flows okay. We'll see. And then still kind of working through some of the electrical and how I want to mount all this stuff because I don't think it looks the best. But it's a work in progress and it's getting there. We did ship the tank back to Walsh today so that they can input the fuel pump into it. We're gonna see if we can make the CRF tank fit. I don't think it's gonna work at all, but who knows, maybe. And then after that, really that's kind of it. We're gonna tighten the chain up, see if that works, and then hopefully we fire it up tonight. So again, we'll kind of time lapse and just want to show you this and then walk through some of the hardware stuff. You can see all the hammering. We had to bend it out a bit. It doesn't really fit on super well. I think a lot of that's due to the powder coating because they lay it on really thick. As you can see, even all these hammer dents don't get down to the bare metal. The powder coating's super thick, so it kind of messes some stuff up. So I think if you get it raw, it probably fits a lot better. But Walsh was very helpful with it, very interested. Another thing I'll show you is the Walsh upper mount. See here, we're gonna have to basically cut that at a 45 because it hits on the Dasa pipe and then the Dasa pipe hits on the frame. So we have no clearance. I did bring that to Walsh's attention too. So hopefully in future builds for future people, it's better for you guys. That's kind of the goal here. I'm not trying to hate on any company or anything. It's just kind of R&D because these kits are pretty new and not super high volume. So stay tuned, we'll keep going and talk to you soon. All right, so this side of the Walsh bottom bracket is lined up. As you can see there, holes are good. Clear sky through there. Bolts in. If we go to the other side, it's not quite lined up. We're down. This lower one is way off there, so we have to bend the bracket somehow. What's going on? How low do you want it?
How loose is this?
Well, I loosened the bottom mounts, not that mount. All right, well, we got one bolt in right there. This hole still does not line up and the other bolt is in. So this bracket's out of spec. The motor's loose, everything else is good. Been jacking on this thing for a while now. Really, if you can't go up at all because that bracket, so we'd have to drill that out more maybe to get some movement out of it. Maybe the powder coat's messed up or something.
If we could like push the bracket down a little bit.
Yeah, we could probably bend the bracket down. I don't know how we bend it down.
Big hammer drift, like a drift and a big hammer.
And just pop it down, because maybe that's what's wrong. The bracket's too up.
Maybe.
Frame could be out of spec too, so we'll see. We'll get it. We'll end up getting it, but anyways, thanks. Update on the build. Today I learned that Honda has not changed their exhaust crush gasket since 2002. Same one all the way up till 2020. because 2021 they went to an oval shaped header. 2020 they had just the same crush gasket. So when you put a new exhaust on, I highly recommend it so it doesn't leak. You want a good seal for your exhaust so that you can get all that power out, make sure all the heat's right. I did talk to Mike Walsh today. So my tank is at Walsh Racecraft. They're gonna work on it, and then I'm actually gonna have to undo this hose, make it longer, and then it's actually gonna come out the right side over here, so it's gonna kind of snake. So we're gonna have to get a longer hose and kind of make it, do some fun things to get it to fit. So we'll have to get some new fittings, make sure it's nice and tight. This does bolt down here, so that'll be held tight, and then, you know, we'll just clip that on. We did start running it yesterday. It worked out good, so today what we're gonna do is work on the electrical, get that all sorted out so that it is just ready to rock. The intakes are supposed to be here today. We have a 161, the second one ever made for a Walsh lowering kit, which is pretty cool. And then we have an LTR intake from my cousin, which is coming, so shout out Justin. I don't even know if he's really my cousin, but whatever. Anyways, that's what we got going, so we'll take you through the build, and I'm gonna go look for some packages. See you. All right, update. Been working on trying to get this bottom motor mount. Talked to Mike Walsh about it today. This side all lines up, it's the other side that's not. So I think it's the powder coating. So the frame's been powder coated by Lone Star, and then Walsh powder coated all of their parts. So with that added thickness, I think everything's just not quite lining up is what it seems to be. So talked with Mike a bunch today, messaging back and forth and whatnot. And so, you know, I think we're good there. Next, I'm just waiting on these intakes. They're both supposed to deliver today, but I haven't seen either, so that's great. And then we'll get that turned on. I did mount the ECU right here, and I'm thinking it'll clear the shock, and I'm looking to probably Velcro or something this, because I would like it right below the intake there, and that would really clean up the electrical because I don't have to put everything right there. So this stuff's all gonna stay pretty firm. You know, I might be able to bolt something through, but I don't really like this Walsh side plate there. I think it looks kind of ugly. And to be honest, I wasn't really sure how it was gonna work with threading and everything. So gonna go from there. We'll see what we can do with the harness and whatnot. Maybe we can loosen it up and get this bolt. Maybe I can bolt it into the tank area. But since it's all zip tied, it's all pretty tight. I need to unzip tie this and see if I can get some length out of these cables. Maybe drop this part down. I think that would help too, just with where I can mount it. Maybe even mount it in here if I can back it up enough. We'll see, but as you can see, it's all super tight and wires are all turned around and everything, so I might be able to undo this actually and route it under. That might be better. And then just remembering you do need to bend this tab up so it doesn't scratch your frame like mine did. And oh, that looks like it's kind of hitting there too. Yeah, it's rubbing on that gasket. Shiz. So once we bolt it all down, it'll push to the other side, push this over a bit. So we'll keep going. The only thing holding it in right now is the swing arm bolt. All this is all loose. So here's my little elbow. I don't love it. I might paint it black or something, but it'll work for now. It seals up. So we're gonna zip tie this just like that. And then Mike Walsh has the tank. He sent me some pictures tonight, and he's gonna get it sent out tomorrow. We did do the twist throttle on here, so that's kind of cool. It fits up good. Electric starts there. And then the kill switch is over here. So I might switch this orientation, have the kill switch closer to my thumb so I don't have to take my hand off to kill it. But yeah, other than that, stock clutch is all lined up and everything. Battery's good. It does fire. That video will probably already be up. And yeah, we'll keep you updated as I get a different bolt. Thanks. All right, so bottom engine mount's a no-go for now. Everything else is bolted up. The exhaust clears, but only just. We got a little bit of clearance there. That's gonna have to do. We'll kind of tweak with how we mount the exhaust, because we can still kind of hit it, but it'll be fine. Probably take a little bit more off that. Herschel just pulled the chain off.
Break it.
Now we're gonna shorten it a link. It's kind of seized up, I don't know.
No, it's already up most of the way.
Yeah, and then this is shop dog Alfred. What up, Alfred? Look the camera. Look the camera. Alfred's gonna be a crowd favorite. Hound dog's ginormous. Oh, he's just climbing up. Just camera gold.
Climbing for the people.
Camera gold. Stacy's over there just chilling.
He eats bolts.
He eats bolts. He's a bolt eater.
That's
He
his
wants to
favorite.
poop in bags.
Grab me that screwdriver, bud.
He's so sick when you can teach him to fetch stuff.
Grab it. Good boy.
So I'm making good progress. We got this stuff wired up. So I'm gonna mount this. I didn't really like the Walsh way of mounting. So we're gonna mount it here for the ECU, which should be fine. And then here. And then, yeah, really we'll just go from there. We got all the kind of wiring tucked up. We do need to extend the fuel hose when the Walsh tank gets here. Installed the fan. So that's all good. We're gonna put it on a switch. So we're gonna splice this. It's just a power and a ground wire. Splice into the battery and then mount that to a switch. And then everything else is pretty solid. So got the twist throttle on here, just standard kind of stuff. Versus over here just grinding. So we'll do another time lapse. Who knows how long it'll be, but you guys will watch it. Maybe, maybe you won't. Who knows? Million time lapses. So Herschel has just undone.
We're doing, this is the final part of the swap. It's kind of a tricky part, but you swap out the bar pad with the fresh red one.
So fresh red bar pad off the 2020 instead of the black one. I'm actually gonna wire that up.
Dude, I'm already like
Just jazz right now?
super jazzed.
Oh, hang on, that's why. Dude, that looks really good.
Dude,
Ooh,
let's go.
Slide it over a little bit. Fresh bar pad.
That's gonna look so good.
That looks cool. So,
Dude, look at the cockpit. Dude. Why'd you have a black one, bro?
just how it came, dude.
Dude,
It's factory Honda now.
when you're done with this, we should sell this to Whistle and Diesel.
Oof. That looks good with the
If
red.
it's red, it's dead. You see?
Dude, this looks good with the red.
Pop, pop.
So how does it look over here, all the electrical? Oh, that's pretty good.
Dude, fantastic.
It like covers most of the electrical, honestly, over here.
Is there a bunch? Oh, yeah.
It just, this,
This plate.
and then this little hose thing that I don't love, but whatever. So there you go. That's, oh, that looks good.
Dude, red
Exhaust
bar
is
pad
all
for the
tightened
dub.
up. I think it still hits a little, so I'm gonna need to just grind the edge of that, I think is all. And other than that, we're good to go. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.